In this video, I'm going to be introducing you to complex numbers. So you will have already seen natural numbers, so the counting numbers, your regular whole positive numbers. Then you would have seen integers, which have the sign of a z, and that includes negative numbers. So you have negative and positive whole numbers. Then rational numbers, which are numbers that can be written as a fraction, and they have the letter Q. So some examples there, like a half, 0.74, anything that can be written as a fraction. Then you have real numbers, which is basically any number, okay, that you've seen so far. So these numbers can't be written as a fraction. So like you have root 5 or pi. Again, they can be positive or negative. And now, so the new thing that I'm going to introduce to you now are complex numbers. And you will see here you'll have a number and then another number with an I. So, if you look at this question here, so this, if you have to solve this, this has no real solution. Because you bring the plus 1 to the other side, and you'd have x squared is equal to minus 1. You try to square root it then, put plus minus. Now, if you try to do that with your calculator, it will come up with error. So, let me introduce you now to another maths concept called complex numbers. So, when you have a square root minus 1, that can actually be written as I. Let's have a look at another one. Let's say you had square root of minus 9. And that could be written as a square root of 9 times the square root of minus 1. And minus the square root of minus 1 is equal to I. So then this could be written as 3i, because the square root of 9 is 3. Let's have a look at another one. Let's say you had the square root of minus 4. And that could be written as the square root of 4 times the square root of minus 1. And the square root of minus 1 is I. So then your answer would be 2i, because the square root of 4 is 2. Okay, so looking at these ones here, so the square root of minus 16. So we know the square root of 16 is going to be 4. And there's a minus there, so it's just going to be 4i. The next one then, so we know the square root of minus 100. So the square root of 100 is 10. And seeing as there's a minus there, it'll be 10i. Now, square root of 28, I don't know that. So using my calculator, I'm going to do square root of 28. And that is 2 root 7. And then there's a minus there as well in the square root. So it'll be 2 root 7i. Okay, so up here as well, you've seen I've put a note here that I squared then is I times I, which is the square root of minus 1 times the square root of minus 1, which is equal then to minus 1. And you'll always see this in complex numbers questions, that I squared is equal to minus 1. And you'll see that in the later videos as well. Okay. Try these ones yourself now, so if you want to pause the video and then press play when you want to see the answer. Okay, let's see how you did. So the first one, square root of 25 is 5, then so it'll be 5i. Next one then will be square root of 144 is 12, so it'll be 12i. For the next one then, I'm going to use my calculator. So the square root of 50 is 5 root 2, and then it's minus root 50, so then it'll be I as well. So 5 root 2i. Okay, and that's the introduction to complex numbers. Any questions, please leave in the comments. Thank you.